Test, test.
Yep.
Test. Test, test. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back onto the Pope Prep live stream, where it has been a while since you've heard the voice of Don Percy last on this broadcast. And let me tell you, it has been a while since I've been here, and the boys have found themselves in an Elite 8 matchup versus the Norwell Clippers. They've done good so far. They have fought their way through the opening 2 rounds, coming off of a 3-0 win versus Belchertown in the round of 16. And a 3-1 win versus Nauset Regional. And they look to keep the winning streak on track here as they take on Norwell. Unfortunately, for those of you that we just released a live stream from last night, unfortunately, the girls' soccer would fall to Norwell last night. It was a number 8 versus number 1 matchup. So the roles have almost been reversed here. The tables have been turned between the boys and the girls' game. Pope looking to avenge the girls' team. Pope will work from left to right, Norwell right to left. This game is just about to get underway. Elite 8 matchup. Winner to the Final Four. Almost said the Frozen Four there. Not hockey season yet, but soon to be, certainly. I apologize for if I say this name wrong for who they will be facing, but it'll be the number 12 seed. I believe it is Dighton Rebooth. I definitely said it wrong, but I do apologize. But just like that, ladies and gentlemen, this game is underway. A ticket to the Final Four on the line. Pope coming out strong. Vito and Davis putting the pressure on early for Norwell, not making them feel comfortable at all. Norwell's in a little bit of a scramble here in their own zone. They still having trouble just to get it out. Vito putting the pressure on. Davis makes a turnover to Vito. Vito tries to step inside there, but Norwell send it back the other way. Again, as we saw, Pope, really, they've controlled all the games so far. It was a little risky with the Pope-Belchertown game as an offsides call there by Norwell. Just about a minute into play. Max Graham getting the start. Freshman goalkeeper for the Cardinals. On a cold November night here. I think it feels like 25 degrees out here in Springfield, Mass. Those of you tuning in and watching. So win or go home, do or die for the Cardinals and the Clippers. A trip to the Final Four on the line here. Both teams have fought hard just to get to this position that they're in now. But will there be an upset tonight? Will it be number 9 Norwell taking down Pope Francis? Or will Pope Francis and their dreams of a D3 state championship continue on here? As this is the last game of the Elite 8. So after this, all Final Four games, the 4 teams left would be whoever the winner of this game is. Dighton Rebooth. Again, I apologize. I'm definitely saying that name wrong. And it would be Dover Shearborn, the number 2 seed, versus Medfield, the number 3 seed. So the 1, 2, and 3 seeds are still in for now, as well as Norwell, the number 9. And I apologize if I say this name wrong. Dighton Rebooth, the number 12 seed, the biggest upset we've seen so far. As you look at the bracket for the boys Division 3. The 4 and the 5 seed were both upset, I believe, early on in that round. Old Rochester Regional taking out the number 4 seed Dedham. And then it would be Ashland getting out in penalty kicks to the current Final Four holder, Doughton Rebooth. Excuse me. I'm definitely saying that name wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize beforehand. I also do apologize for the lack of announcement that we've had, but I believe it's been Quinn Wadowitz, Max Monroe, and Nick Burns holding down the fort. I gave them applause for doing the game so far, as they have done a good job so far. But Pope looking to stay on the winning track here for the boys. The undefeated season is still alive. An undefeated postseason. Graham all the way out to save it with a diving save there. 3 minutes in, he's tested for the first time. Again, as this is not just redemption for the girls' team, who unfortunately would fall to Norwell last night 3-0, but this is also a revenge game for the boys, falling 2-0 last year to this very team, the first ever meeting between these two teams. the second here tonight, but the first ever Norwell would win 2-0 in the opening round of states. Pope looking for redemption here. Norwell still with it now. Norwell trying to shake and bake inside the zone. Norwell looking for a call. The official is not going to give him it as he's still laying down the field. Pope coming back down the other way for the Cardinals. Diaz upfield trying to find Vito streaking to the net, but instead no one's there. So it'll be easily scooped up by the Clippers goaltender Nicholas McKenna. Or excuse me, Nolan McKenna. Clippers still with it in their own zone. Getting back and forth action between both these teams 4 minutes in. You can tell this will be a close game easily. And me and Lucas in the box, we usually do our pregame predictions as close game or not. Both teams have fought hard to get to this part, and there is no doubt in my mind that this could easily be a overtime or a penalty kick game. As we've seen so far, all the high seeds in the bracket of D3 that have gone out has been in overtime, double overtime, or penalty kicks. So this will certainly be a good matchup for us here tonight. Of course, Pope's goal still winning the Western Mass Championship. Again, congratulations to both the girls and boys soccer. Western Mass champs for the first time in Pope, the same boys and girls in the same year. As I believe Norwell was taken down on the play. That was Ronan Coffey, taken down by Sam Graham on the play. So Coffey will force Norwell to have a corner kick. Taking the kick will be Gavin Blake for the Clippers. Again, if you're Pope, you cannot afford solid scoring opportunities like this. This is an easy scenario. Corner kick, people crash the net here, and an odd deflection, pinballs around in front of the net, and it goes in. These are the kind of things, if you're Pope, you've got to get to a minimum. Shot almost to the net there. Norwell out to defend it. Shot blocked. I believe that was by Turmel. Pope will get it out of harm's way. So Pope dodging a bullet there for the Cardinals, as that was a quality scoring opportunity, certainly. Norwell still with it, trying to come back the other way. Pope scrambling to get out of their own zone. Norwell with the continual pressure as they'll cycle it around for Norwell. It's Sprang. Tries a slow pass over for Coffey. Picked off there almost by Sam Graham. Official will rule in the play of Norwell. Blake for the Clippers. Upended there by Vito. Vito tries to send it back up close side of the field, but instead it'll be sent back out. Pope will take the throw-in. It'll be Graham with the throw-in. Who'll hand it off to Fitzgerald. So Fitzgerald will throw it in. 6 minutes into play here. 0-0. Zilch is still the score. Header there by Davis trying to get it out of the Pope zone. Pope had a good offensive pressure the first couple of minutes of this. As they look, really, it's been a clearing game. I mean, we have not seen Pope play on the defensive side for a long periods of time. I think that's what could be the killer here, is not being able to clear it out of your own defensive end. And if you result in too much pressure, it's going to lead to a couple of goals in the back of your net, certainly, for both teams here. Vito putting pressure on the senior captain goaltender Nolan McKenna for the Clippers. Clippers still trying to work their way. Vito upends. I believe it's Joe Sprang there for the Clippers. Both are getting helped up. I believe it will be a kick for Davis. So Davis will get the kick. Ferreira with the kick. Trying to get it on net. Almost there for Vito Velli. Redirects it and is sent over the net. So that's an easy save there made by McKenna. Vito putting pressure on, I believe it was McKenna there. McKenna, a little sly maneuver to get it all the way to the far side, but I don't think he realized he had Vito on his backside just waiting there to pounce on the opportunity. Grandmont will send it back. Fitzgerald with it now for the Cardinals, looking for a deep kick. He sends over for Davis. Davis will leave it back for Turmel. Turmel, far side pass. Hustling the ball there, I believe, was Sam Graham, but sent out of play, so the Clippers will resettle with it now. So again, as I believe, I said before double overtime. I believe it will go overtime penalty kicks if it comes to the point where it is still tied or scoreless after regulation. It will go to overtime, sudden death overtime, winner take all, and then it will go to penalty kicks. So again, we'll give you a little bit of a brief rundown here, not to get off track of the soccer, but the first boys varsity game for hockey, all the hockey fans out there, I do not believe will be until January 2nd at Olympia Ice Center. I believe, if I'm correct, I think it's a Thursday night. So first boys home game, mark it on the calendar, January 2nd. Winter sports season just about to get underway in about 3 weeks. Certainly all hockey fans, the Winter fans, the basketball fans. We might even have Pope alumni, basketball alumni Garrett Anderson. You might hear his voice a couple of times for a couple of the basketball games. McKenna will settle with it now for the Clippers just outside his own crease. Back over for Coffee. Coffee upfield. Slide tackle there by Owen Turmel. Proved uneventful. Coffee still with it now, trying to get through the middle of the zone. Ryan Johnson will take it for the Clippers. Kicked out there by Davis. Clippers still with it now. Along the far side. Pope's in a little bit of a scramble trying to get out of their own zone. 10 minutes into play just about. Clippers still with it. Graham all the way out for a diving catch there. 10 minutes into play. So Graham tested twice so far. Nothing has gotten by the way he looks to keep it for the night. Graham with the punt. I believe he wanted to get a little further. Fortunately, it will settle at the 45-yard line. Clippers still with it now. Going up the close wall there was Gavin Blake. Instead, it'll be sent out of bounds. Fitzgerald will take the throw in. Fitzgerald almost got the header for Vito. Vito unable to settle it. Clippers regain possession. Ferrer will take it in his own D zone. Up the side wall. Leaves it off for Vitavelli. Dye is trying to put pressure on. Force the Clippers to make a turnover in their own zone. Certainly that would be big for them. And he does. Dye tries to get the pass over for Vito. Clippers will just resettle with it now. McKenna for the Clippers will take it back again. Norwell we've seen so far. They've done a good job of utilizing their own goaltender as really that extra player on the field. They've certainly done a good job as McKenna punts it all the way out, almost to the 30-yard line, trying to create some havoc for the Cardinals. Blake diving in was Ferreira to try to break up the play. Excuse me, a little tongue twister there. Ferrer will take it now at the 25-yard line. Just about 12 minutes played in the first half. Again, winner take all, loser goes home. 2.5-hour ride for the Clippers, all the way from Norwell, opposite ends of the state. We are unsure yet if Pope were to win the game, we are unsure yet if there would still be home field advantage in the semifinals. We are unsure of that, we are aware that I believe the finals for D3 states would be at Gillette Stadium. So that's certainly a road trip that us and the tech crew would have to talk about. There's Norwell still with it, just right about the 40-yard line of the field. Still struggling to get it out of their own end. But again, passing it back to McKenna. Vito is trying to keep his space. Limit the passing options for McKenna. McKenna will just walk it up to the 25-yard line. Dye is trying to break up a pass there. Headed back out of the zone. Clippers still with it now. Cycling around their own D zone. Vito trying to put pressure on. McKenna sends it back up. And Cardinals, I think that they could easily pick off one of these D passes that Norwell's giving to their goaltender Nolan McKenna. I think it's only a matter of time because they're definitely. If you're the Clippers right now, you've got to start trying to get it out of your own zone because you can't always start working back. As turnover there by Davis. Davis is still with it now, trying to keep it in the zone. He does. Take the throw in now. But again, if you're Norwell, you can't keep moving back. You've got to start moving forward, whether it's the passing or whether it's just punting it up the field. You've got to start moving forward. Ferreira with a little side shuffle pass there. Tries to find Davis. He does. Finds Davis in the middle. Clippers still with it now, going through center field. Clippers in a little bit of trouble there was the Cardinals. Ferreira slide tackles and gets it away from the Clippers. Give and go pass there, unsuccessful. Davis looking upfield, almost for Vitavelli. He almost tried to get the stretch pass there. Graham will take it along the sidewall. Graham along the side. He's got options. He got Vito centering. Slide tackle there, blocked by the Clippers. Clippers will come back the other way. It's Gavin Blake for the Clippers. Tries to send the pass off for Ronan Coffey. Picked off by Fitzgerald, who will just send it out of play. Fans certainly showing their emotion here. Elite 8 game here. Number 1 Pope Francis versus the number 9 Norwell Clippers. An Elite 8 matchup. Winner go home. All or nothing here on the field. Some of the guys on Pope Francis, there will not be a next game eventually for them. But this could very well be their last if they do not, or really if they do not win. But this is a do-or-die situation for both teams. Norwell with it now. Passes back off for Joe Sprang. Sprang looking inside. I believe he's trying to find Chris Blake for a pass. Ferreira will take it. The long-distance pass up. I believe he's looking for Diaz or Vitavelli. Diaz will hustle the ball there as Norwell will pass it back to McKenna. Vito pressuring on there. Norwell will send it to the far side of the field. For the pass there, Matt Walsh will try to pick it off. Norwell still with it, struggling. Again, as we said earlier, Norwell, you can't keep working back in your own defensive zone if you're Norwell. I understand that you have time, and certainly even if there's no one pressuring you, but somebody like Vito or Ryan Davis or Nick Diaz, once they find out that he's got limited passing options open, especially when they pass it back to goaltender Nolan McKenna, they'll certainly pounce on that opportunity, and that could result in Norwell going down 1-0 early on in this game. As Walsh taking down the play there, Norwell with almost an odd man rush there. Norwell still looking for a call to try to get a grab, I believe, as it was Gavin Blake looking for a call. Ferreira will send it out of harm's way. Official rules in favor of Norwell. Norwell, centering feed, all alone. Graham unable to play it. Norwell still with it. Shot just sent wide. Graham almost with a big-time mistake there. He overcommitted, and he missed the ball. Norwell almost had the 1-0 lead. Graham almost with a decision that could have regretted, that could have costed him the game there. Luckily, he was bailed out by the defense. I believe that was Ferreira to save the day, to keep this game at 0-0. So corner kick for the Clippers. Gavin Blake taking it. Let's go Pope, the chant here. Student section jersey was the theme here for the students showing up. Header there. Try to get in the middle, but instead Pope will clear it out of harm's way. Diaz trying to get possession there, as he does. He's got Davis and Vito trailing far. Diaz will settle with it now. He's trying to drag in the Norwell defenders, but unfortunately he doesn't. Norwell with it along the far side. Gavin Blake with it. Again, we've seen Blake with quite a few options. Taken down on the play there. Fitzgerald sends him flat down to the ground. Norwell looking for a call. They won't get it, though. Norwell will work it back in their own D zone. Just under 23 minutes to play here in the opening half. Quality scoring opportunities from both teams that we have seen so far. 22-40 in the opening half. Graham almost made one of the biggest regrets he might have ever made playing soccer. Almost overcommitted. Actually, he did overcommit. Luckily, Ferreira was there to bail him out, as that could have been a costly move by him, costing them Norwell to almost go up 1-0. Fitzgerald with the long throw and looking for Vito upfield. Pass picked off by the Clippers. Clippers still struggling to get it through the neutral zone area of the field. Grandmont hot on pressuring Norwell there as they try to cycle it back from McKenna. Again, as we said, Norwell's done a good job of working it back in their own defensive zone. But sooner or later, Pope will eventually pick off one of the passes. Vito with it now. Vito could have an odd man break. Vito, far side shot almost goes in. He had Gavin Grandmont along the far side. Things starting to heat up for the student section here at Pope. Let's go, Pope's the chant here. Pope has got some life in him. They're starting to feel it. I can sense a goal coming soon from them. Certainly, Vito had Gavin Grandmont on the far side with a wide open net. There are 2 quality scoring opportunities from both teams we've seen so far. But we still remain scoreless. Norwell still trying to work it out of their own D zone. Walsh trying to pick off the pass there. Norwell in a little bit of a scramble. McKenna will punt it all the way out to center field. Headed back in the zone. I believe that one was by Graham. Or excuse me, that was headed back into the zone by Evan Bialis. Norwell will cycle it back looking for the far side pass. Norwell's trying to find Gavin Blake on the far side. Norwell still with it now. Davis piling on the extra pressure there. Graham trying to break up the play there. Norwell, a player taking down the play there. Pope not agreeing with the call. I believe it was Ronan Coffey who was taken down on the play there for the Clippers. So Clippers will cycle it back in their own zone, spraying back for McKenna. McKenna in no rush at all. Vito and Grandmont taking turns putting pressure on him. Oh, Ferreira upends Ronan Coffey in the middle of the field there for the Clippers. Clippers still with it now, trying to cycle it throughout the middle of the field. Graham almost had it there. Clippers looking for any call here. I mean, if you're the officials, you got to be careful of not really calling. They've done a good job calling it fair both ways. But I mean, if you're Norwell's at this point, they're just gunning for any calls they can get. I mean, falling on any play. From what it looks up being in the box, falling on any plays. Far side of the field, Graham all the way out to play. Graham with the diving save there, his 3rd save of the night. As Norwell almost with a golden scoring opportunity there. But Graham would say, nah, not today. 19 minutes remaining in the first half. Still scoreless here. Back and forth action between Pope Francis and Norwell for those of you just tuning in. Pope looking to avenge not just last year's state run, which would end in a 2-0 loss to this very team, but also to avenge the girls' team losing 3-0 to Norwell last night. Heartbreaking loss for them, certainly coming off of a Western Mass Class A championship. So boys looking to make it to the finals for states. Bring you live coverage of that. Pass for Norwell almost picked off there by Vito. Grandmont will stay putting the pressure on. Davis trying to break up the pass there as he almost does. Norwell's just cycling it back in their own zone. Cardinals starting to put a man high. Vitavelli. Clippers looking for the long distance pass, looking for Gavin Blake. Sam Graham will send that one out of play. Ball sent well up into the stands. Gavin Blake with it now along the far side for Ronan Coffey. Coffey trying to shake and bake inside the middle. He does. Ferreira sent down on the play. I believe it was Coffey arguing that he was taken down by Ferreira, but the way it looked up here in the box, it was more so Ferreira getting taken down by Coffey. So Ferreira will take the kick for the Cardinals. 17:20 remaining in the first half. Coming up, we will have the Cardinal halftime. I know it's a little soon, but it's been nonstop action, back and forth action here between both teams. A good game we've got on our hands. Number 1, Pope Francis versus the number 9, Norwell Clippers. Breakaway opportunity. Graham all the way out to play it, and the diving save is made there. Max Graham stepping up big for the Cardinals to keep this game at 0-0 apiece. his 4th save of the night, and it is a big one here. Graham has done a good job of keeping the Cardinals in this game so far. Norwell will take it back in the neutral zone of the field. Joe Sprang sends it off for Chris Blake. Blake up the far side for Sam Pesco. Pesco tries to find an inside feed, but no one's there for Norwell, so Pope will send it out of harm's way. Under 17 to play in the opening half. An exciting and thrilling game so far. 0-0. Both goaltenders coming up big here. Not just for the Cardinals, but also for the Clippers. Nolan McKenna, on the other hand. A senior versus freshman showdown in goal. 16 minutes remaining here in the first half. Pope trying to get out of their own zone. Davis looks for the stretch pass up for Vito. All the way out to play it is McKenna. He hesitated a little bit as it'll be sent back out. Grandmont will resettle with it. Clippers trying to just send it out of harm's way as they do there. But the play almost, McKenna hesitated there a little bit as he was unsure of to go for the ball or not. And whether or not his defender would get there in time. So coming off the field for the Cardinals will be number 2, Matt Walsh. Coming back onto the field, number 14, Nick Dye, is back into the game. Throw in by Trammell. Trying to find Vito on the inside. Clippers will resettle with it. Fitzgerald with the header out to the center field. Walsh will send it back. Back for Ferreira. Ferreira inside for Davis. Davis pushed off the ball there. Norwell trying to regroup with it. Diaz, far side for Sam Graham. Graham with it. Pass picked off there is taken away by the Clippers. Norwell looking upfield. Davis trying to get in the way there as he does. Vito on the back check there for the Cardinals. Got there and almost broke up the play there. Clippers still with it now as it's Gavin Blake. Blake dancing to the inside of the field. Leaves it off for Ryan Johnson. Pass picked off there by the Cardinals. Almost a quality scoring opportunity there for the Clippers. Pass in all the way out for Ryan Vitavelli. It's a stretch pass. Vito trying to find the inside man. No one there. Vito still on it. Clippers trying to just get it out of the zone. Vito leaving all the heart on the field. Stretch pass looked over for Gavin Blake. Picked off by Fitzgerald. Vito still with it. Trying to get there, but Clippers would pick the pass off. Davis back for Diaz. Clippers will resettle with it now. It'll be Ben Garland. Pass upfield. Leaves off for Ronan Coffey. Walsh will send it back up. Or excuse me, Trammell will send it back upfield for Diaz. Diaz dancing through the middle of the field. Vito sends the looking for the pass out over for Ryan Davis. Clippers will resettle with it now. 13:40 remaining in the opening half. Scoreless here in Springfield, Mass. Coming up, we will have the Cardinal halftime. I know it's in a little while, about 10 minutes. Break down what we saw and what we look to see in what could be the final half of the game, provided it does not go to extra time or extra innings, as they would say in baseball. Provided we do not go to overtime or penalty kicks. I believe it is a 5-round shootout in penalty kicks if it still remains scoreless in overtime and throughout regulation. Norwell cycling back in their own zone. Joe Sprang with it now. Looking upfield. Gavin Blake, far side. Clippers on a breakaway or a near break. Graham. And it was Graham that picked it off. But I believe Norwell, they thought they had the goal, first goal of the game, called offsides. Graham out to play it. We like the aggressiveness that Graham has been playing it. I do not believe it counted. I don't believe the goal counted. 12:30 remaining in the first half. So called off there by offsides. But Graham almost, again, we've seen Graham's been playing very aggressive so far. But unfortunately, it's costed him nearly twice so far. So that's definitely something that Pope's got to watch on the defensive side. I'm not saying anything against. He's done a great job in net for the Cardinals so far. Fortunately, Norwell almost had the first goal of the game. Fortunately, the Cardinals would get a lucky break there. Officials call offsides. Vito back for Diaz. Clippers pick it off there. Looking upfield, back for Gavin Blake. Clippers still with it. Pope struggling to get it out of their own D zone. Pass sent infield for Gavin Blake. Graham will pick it off, and he'll settle with it now. Graham looking upfield for Diaz, who leaves it off for Turmel. Turmel upfield for Walsh. She's got Davis centering. Vito turns on the Jets, going upfield, trying to push. I believe that's Sprang out of the way. He almost got there. Sprang giving Vito an extra little shove there. Let's go, Pope, the chant here. Corner kick coming in for the Cardinals. Quality scoring opportunity to get on the board first here. 0-0, 11 minutes remaining here in the first half. Davis will take the kick for the Cardinals now. Again, good opportunity to go up 1-0 here. Crashing in the net. Davis, long shot there. Graham trying to get I believe it was like a kind of a rainbow shot going into the net there, but fortunately wouldn't get it. So it'll be a goal kick by Nolan McKenna. Senior in net for the Clippers. Just about 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. McKenna kicks it all the way out to center field. Picked off by Ferreira. Settled back in Norwell's zone. Upfield for Gavin Blake. Pass picked off by Fitzgerald. Blake still with it. Trying to get to the center field. No one there, though. Graham will go out all the way out to play it. So Graham's fifth shot on net. Easy save made there by him. Under 10 to play here in the opening half. Graham with the punt all the way out to the 40-yard line of the Popo zone. Graham will work it upfield. Back for Davis. Davis trying to get a shot off inside. Official will rule, though, that it is Pope possession. So I believe we could have a Cardinals throw in here. Graham will come off the field. Grandmont back on. Grandmont taking the throw for the Cardinals. Tries to find inside, tries to find Ballas. That is sent well out of bounds. So Grandmont will resettle with the throw-in. So he leaves off for Davis. Norwell again just clearing out of the zone. 9 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Scoreless here between the number 1 and number 9 seed. Battle along the corner. Matt Walsh coming in to the game. Matt Walsh will take the corner kick now. Another good scoring opportunity for the Cardinals. Walsh with the corner kick. Sent out to field. No one there for the Cardinals. Grandmont trying to fire a shot around. Vito's still trying to fire a shot. Cardinals will settle with it. Diaz with it. Pass picked off by the Clippers. Clippers come back the other way. Clippers still with it now. Pass almost picked off there. Instead it will be Sam Pesco working it upfield, who will settle with it back now for the Clippers. Pesco looking at his options. Doesn't have much there. He'll settle for a pass far side of the field. Back for Ronan Coffey. Clippers working along the corner side of the field. Redirection almost in front and sent in the goal. Almost sent to the goal there, but it's sent wide. Crowd starting to gather here at Pope Francis. Stands filled out so much that the fence has started to become right behind the Pope Francis net. The fence has started to become the new student section for the Cardinals. Stands are completely filled out here. Sold out crowd here at Pope Prep. Pass almost in front there. Cardinals scrambling to get it out of the front of the net there. Norwell looking to get a shot on net. Taken down on the play there was Vito. Official will rule in favor of the Cardinals. Ferreira will take the kick now. 7 minutes remaining in the opening half. Still scoreless here. Ferreira with the kick all the way out to the 40-yard line. Norwell trying to keep it into the Pope D zone so far. Looking to come out. Really, both teams would like to go into the halftime. Really, if not leading 0-0, certainly focus on what they can improve for both teams. Norwell trying to scramble within their own zone. Davis almost picks off the pass there. Davis sent down the play, though, and he may be down and he may be hurt. Davis grabbing his knee. Back the other way, though. Norwell still with it along the far side. They're trying to fire a shot inside. Davis back up off the field. He looks to be okay for now. But Norwell still with possession in the Pope O zone. Nick Adams sends it far side of the field for back for Ronan Coffey. Fitzgerald tries to clear it out of harm's way. Gavin Blake shaking and baking. Walsh trying to take him down on the play there. No call by the officials. Officials letting a lot of play go here between the Cardinals and the Clippers. Under 6 to play in the opening half. Elite 8 game. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. A ticket to the Final Four on the line here. Vito with the header to center field. Pass picked off, sent upfield by Walsh. Walsh picked off by the Clippers again. Clippers will resettle within their own zone. Joe Sprang still with it now, trying to get it out of the middle of the field. Picked off by Nick Diaz. Graham sends it upfield, sent out of play though. Sam Graham still with it now. He'll take the throw in for the Cardinals. Scoreless as we approach 5 minutes left in the first half. Vito trying to stay hot on, pressuring the ball there. Sprang will send it back for McKenna. McKenna looking at his options upfield. Finds Sam Pesco. Pesco will leave the pass up. Back off for Coffey. Upfield stretch pass. Graham all the way out to play it. His 6th save of the night. And a can of corn for him to save there. Under 5 to play here in the first half. Pope still trying to get out of their own D zone here. As they look to go into the halftime scoreless, if not up by 1, hopefully, for the Cardinals. Still scoreless, though, we remain here. Under 4 to play in the first half. Coming up, we will have the Cardinal halftime. We'll break down what we saw and what we hope to see in the upcoming half. Again, winner, ticket to the Final Four against... Again, I will say... Sorry if I say this name wrong, against... Dighton Reboth, or Rehoboth. I'm definitely saying that name wrong. And I apologize to all the fans out there watching the game and saying in the comments it's pronounced this. I'm sorry. Vito almost picks off the pass there. McKenna will settle with it now in the Clipper zone. Davis trying to put the pressure on there. Coffey will send it back for the Clippers. Stretch pass upfield. Trying to find someone there for, I believe that was Sam Pesco looking upfield, trying to find Luca Ruffin. No one there for the Clippers. Under 3 to playing in the first half. Clippers will take the throw in. Cardinals looking to get it out of their own zone. Maybe get a good scoring opportunity here with under 3 to play. But shaking and baking in the zone, it's Noel Simmons. And Simmons still with it now. Shot block there. As Owen Trammell will take it out. Leaves it off for Vito. Vito, 2-on-1 upfield. Leaves it off a little too far. Vito still trying to get the shot off. It's loose for the Cardinals. And I believe it was McKenna who finally grabbed it at just below the 10-yard line. But Cardinals starting to come to life here in the dying moments of the first half. Still scoreless here. McKenna sends it all the way out to half field. 2:10 remaining in the first half. An energetic first half we have seen so far. Davis tries to get the header. Davis still with it now. Leaves it off for Nick Diaz. Diaz will circle back around with it. Leaves it off for Matt Walsh. Walsh, over along the far side of the field, leaves it off for Joe Orszag. Orszag taking down the play there. Clippers will resettle with it. Back in their own zone. Evan Bialis takes it for the Cardinals. Clippers still trying to regroup with it. Centering pass for the Clippers out for Ronan Coffey. Coffey upfield for Noel Simmons. Simmons trying to turn to the middle of the field. Quick on it. Under 2 remaining, so we are on officials' time. I believe it might be close to a minute 15 remaining in regulation for the first half. Still scoreless here. Clippers thought they had the opening goal, but called offsides here. Graham saved not once by the officials, but twice. Andrew Ferreira, his savior, keeping it out of the net for the Cardinals. I believe we approach under a minute to play here in the opening half. Still scoreless here. Elite 8 matchup. Number 9 Norwell versus number 1 Pope Francis. Pope looking to get a good scoring opportunity. Dying moments of the first half. Again, this game could easily be a 1-0, 2-1 game outside of regulation. Long distance pass. Almost left off for Sam Graham there. Norwell trying to pick it off. Graham just trying to send it out of the zone. Ronan Coffey picks it off at the 30-yard line. Coffey trying to dance in the middle zone. Ryan Johnson with it now for the Clippers. Back upfield is Walsh. Walsh leaves a pass over for Vito. Vito on his horse. Step back there. Trying to fire a shot short side, but instead it's stopped by McKenna. Pope Francis coming to life here in the dying moments of the first half. Let's go Pope, the chant here. As halftime has just been called. So we remain scoreless. Still no one yet to open the game up with scoring. 0-0. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Cardinal halftime. We'll break down what we saw in the first half and what we hope to see in the second half. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Test. Cardinal halftime here. Don Percy, voice of the Cardinals. About 6:50 remaining in halftime. 0-0 the score here between the Clippers and the Cardinals. Number 1 Cardinals coming into this game. Number 9 Norwell Clippers. Quality scoring opportunities for both teams so far. I believe it was Max Graham, the freshman goaltender, coming up big for the Cardinals, as well as the senior Nolan McKenna. Goaltending has gone just about equally both ways. Graham almost with 2 big mistakes, though. Norwell thought they had the opening goal of the game called offsides by the official. And then Ferreira bailed out Graham on the initial opportunity by the Clippers. Still scoreless, though. 6 minutes remaining in halftime. So, again, if you're Pope Francis here, I think you've done a good job putting pressure on Norwell in their own D zone. Norwell's done a good job of cycling it back. But if you're Pope, you got to start capitalizing on not just the opportunities that you have in your own offensive zone, but you got to start taking advantage of all the opportunities you got in your D zone. You can't be giving Norwell quality scoring opportunities, giving them chances, or taking like stupid moves to give them maybe a free kick or a corner kick. Because at this point, what it's going to come down to is an odd bounce, a pinball move in front of the net. And that is what it's going to come down to as we remain scoreless here heading into the second half. So I think that'll just about do it for the Cardinal halftime. 5 minutes remaining in the Cardinal halftime. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up, the second half of play here on Pope Prep. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Second half of play here underway on Pope Prep. 0-0 scoreless here. Orzalak trying to get to the ball there, but it's sent out of bounds. Norwell with the first clearance of the second half. So, man, we remain scoreless here. First half of play, it was scoreless. It was almost, Norwell almost had the opening goal of the game, but it was called offsides by the officials. Again, Andrew Ferrer would bail him out of the second scoring opportunity that Norwell almost had on Graham. Again, as we said in the halftime, if you're Norwell, you got to stop working back in your own zone. You've got to start prioritizing pushing up forward. I know they've done a good job of using Nolan McKenna, their senior goaltender, so far as that one's scooped up by Graham. So his 7th save of the night. First minute into play. But again, as we said, if you're Pope, you've done a good job of putting pressure on Norwell the first couple minutes in throughout the game so far. When they try to cycle it around in their own D zone, you've done a good job of staying on them so far. So I think for Pope, it's only a matter of time before they bounce on the opportunity. Long distance shot there. Graham with the easy save. His, I believe, 9th save of the night. Graham with the punt all the way out to half field. Clippers will head it back into the Pope D zone. Norwell still with it now, spraying with the header there, looking upfield for Luca Ruffini. Ferrara sends it out for Diaz. Diaz back upfield, looks for Vito. Vito almost upended there. Matt Walsh will take it back for Vito. Clippers still with it now. Ronan Coffey trying to clear it out of the own end. 2 minutes into play. Back and forth action here. Cardinals, Clippers. Will the number 1 seed breathe to see another day and punch their ticket to the Final Four, or will it be the number 9 seed upsetting the Cardinals here and punching their ticket to the Final Four? Pope looking for redemption from last year off of a 2-0 loss to Norwell in the opening round of the D3 states. Norwell will take that game. The first ever meeting between these two teams would result in the Norwell win 2-0. Pope looking for redemption here, not just from last year's game, but also for the girls' team, who unfortunately would fall 3-0 last night. Long distance shot there by Termel. I believe it was blocked in front, but it'll be an easy save made by Nolan McKenna. Clippers will work it back upfield. Sam Pesco. Pass almost picked off there by Vito. Almost had another opportunity there. Again, as we said, if Pope keeps putting pressure on the Clippers, it's only a matter of time, really, before Clippers really fumble or make a mistake in their own D zone. We've seen they've done a good job working it back defensively. But the thing is that sooner or later a mistake will come up for the Clippers. And if Pope pounced on the right opportunity, they could have a chance. Vito working upfield. Vito taken down on the play there. Cardinals looking for a call. I do not believe they will get it. So corner kick coming for the Cardinals. I believe it'll be Owen Termel on the far side. So again, as we said, crashing the net has been the big thing for Pope Francis. Termel with the corner kick. Header in front for Vito. Diving up was McKenna to keep it out of the net. 4 minutes into play. Almost Pope Francis with their solid scoring opportunity there. I believe it'll be another corner kick by Termel again. Corner kick by Termel. Cardinals trying to crash the net there. Diaz sends it up. Fitzgerald with the little lob shot on net. Easily grabbed by McKenna. Pope will have to get back on defense now. McKenna all the way out to halfway of the field. Gavin Blake trying to pick off the pass there. Pope sends it back into the O-zone. Sent back out by Joe Sprang of the Clippers. Ferreira trying to keep it out of play. Upended there on the play. I believe that was Evan Bialis. Vito will work it upfield, looking for Davis. Davis will try to cut to the middle of the field, or Davis will just turn on the Jets and go along the side. Davis still with it now, trying to center it and look for Nick Diaz, but no one home there. Evan Bialis will keep it in for the Cardinals. Bialis still with it, looking upfield. Finds Walsh. Walsh give and go back for Diaz. Diaz back for Orzalak. Orzalak will send it back for Bialis. Cardinals in no rush here. 0-0 opening goal still awaiting for so far. Graham tried to get the centering pass off, I believe, for Diaz or Vito, but no one there. Turmel will take it now for the Cardinals. Picked off by the Clippers. Clippers trying to work upfield. Clippers have not had a lot of offensive zone opportunities so far. An odd bounce there. Fitzgerald will send it back into the Clippers D zone, but taken down on the play for the Clippers was Ronan Coffey. So nearly 6 minutes into play here. 0-0 scoreless here. Long distance shot there by the Clippers. Sent out of play. Ferreira with the kick there. Clippers will try to resettle it back into their own zone. Instead it'll be sent back out of play. I believe it'll be a goal kick for Graham. Yes, it will be. Norwell coach, I believe, has just received Linus Danderen up in the box. He's our soccer guy over here. Just inform us, Norwell coach was given a yellow card. So Gavin Blake will come off the field for the Clippers. Up in the box with me here, Mary Kate McGrath. We had sung the national anthem this evening for the Cardinals. So, Mary, give me your insight. What have you seen so far from both teams so far?
I think right now, Dom, that it's very tight right now, but I'm obviously here for Pope Francis, so.
Back and forth action between both teams so far. Certainly Pope with a lot of energy so far. As I believe we're still awaiting a call here. Ferreira will kick it out well to halfway the field. Sam Pesco. Pass almost picked off there by Davis, but McKenna clears out of harm's way there. Throw in by Orzlag. Davis upended on the play there. Ferreira will head it back to Max Graham. Max Graham will settle with it now. Graham looking upfield, trying to get a survey of his options. Sends it upfield for Owen Turmel. Turmel picked off by the Clippers. Clippers will resettle with it now. Luca Raffini. Raffini trying to dance inside the zone. Cardinals got to break it up there. They've given him way too much room. Instead, it'll be picked up by Sam Pesco. Pesco still with it for the Clippers. Spinorama there by Adams. Sends it back for Sprang. Long distance shot on to Max Graham. Easily scooped up there by Graham. I believe that's his 12th or 13th save of the night. Certainly Graham has come up big for the Cardinals so far. Clippers struggling to get out of their own D zone. Davis putting the pressure on. Takes it away from the Clippers as now Pope gains possession. Nick Diaz with it now, trying to shake and bake towards the inside of the field. Almost had it there. Diaz, I believe, will take Orzlak will take the throw in now for the Cardinals. He throws it in for Diaz. Diaz upfield for Davis. Davis still with it. Pass poked out, I believe, by Norwell. Official will blow in favor of, or rule in favor of, that it was kicked out by Pope. Not unsure if, I do not believe it was kicked out by Pope, but regardless, the official will rule in favor of Norwell. Davis trying to get McKenna to fumble there. Fitzgerald trying to break the pass off there. Ferreira. I send it back out. Ferreira sends it up the far side of the field. Sent out of play there. Ronan Coffey will pick it up now for the Clippers. Just about 10 minutes into play here so far. Still scoreless between both teams. Again, if it is necessary at the end of regulation, if we still remain scoreless, it'll be, I do not believe, I think it's a 10-minute overtime. So it'll be 2 10-minute overtimes, and if it still remains scoreless after that, it'll be penalty kicks. Davis almost had a good opportunity there, but all the way out to play it was McKenna. Unsure if his defense would have been there for him or not, but Davis almost with a good scoring opportunity there to get the Cardinals their first goal of the game. Norwell working it back upfield. Clippers looking for their opening goal tonight, called off first by the offsides, almost had a goal, but it was Ferreira saving Max Graham. Orszlak sends Noel Simmons down on the play. Under 30 remaining in the second half of play. We will have an indirect kick here. Sam Pesco will take it for the Clippers. So if you're Pope here, you're looking to clear it out or block it. As this is a better opportunity than a corner kick. Ball sent in a play there, redirected. Still out in front. Graham all the way to grab it as he dives on the ball there. Graham coming up big for the Cardinals. As that certainly could have been a golden scoring opportunity for the Clippers there. But we remain scoreless. 28 minutes remaining in the second half. Fitzgerald kicks it all the way out to center field. Orszlak trying to put pressure on the ball there. Pass kicked out by Diaz. Diaz trying to look upfield, sends it back for Ferreira. Ball sent out of play now. Clippers will regroup with it. Sam Pesco will take the throw-in for the Clippers. As he was looking upfield for Ryan Johnson. I believe the ball was sent out of play by Pope. So, throw-in for the Clippers. Sam Pesco will take it. Pesco throwing it in now for the Clippers. Again, a good opportunity to go up 1-0 here if you're the Clippers. Looking to upset the number 1 Cardinals. Cardinals looking to go far into this tournament. Pass out in front, almost redirected there. Cardinals still trying to scramble, get it out. Ball sent up, out of play. Diving into play there was Bialis, Evan Bialis. Ball sent back out of play from the punt by Joe Orszlak. 27 minutes remaining here in the second half. Still scoreless. Winner moves on. Loser goes home here on a cold November night here at Pope Francis. Elite 8 round, the last game of the Elite 8. A ticket to the Final Four on the line. Winner plays the number 12 seed. Dayton Reboth. I apologize if I'm saying that name wrong. I more than likely am. Dye is looking off for Walsh, trying to get that pass upfield. Orszlak still putting pressure on the ball, trying to get it out of harm's way, and he does. Sends it up the far sideline. Ball sent slowly out of play there. So Pope will regroup with it. Or excuse me, it'll be a throw-in by Sam Pesco. Ball sent back out of play, though, by Noel Simmons. Orszlak still struggling to get out of his own zone. Orszlak sends a pass up center field. Davis trying to get the lead pass going ahead. So he could have had a 2-on-1 heading up field. Noel Simmons. Pass picked off by Diaz. Clippers still with it now, dancing into the middle of the zone as it was Ben Garland with it, who almost got his way to the front of the net, but instead it was he was upended in front of the net by Joe Orszlak. Noel Simmons, back for Ryan Johnson. Graham with a sprawling save there to keep it a 0-0 game. Big time save there. 25 minutes remaining in the second half. Graham with really it was a lob shot by Ryan Johnson. And that almost made its way to the net there. But we remain scoreless here. 25 remaining in regulation. 2 10-minute overtimes. If it still remains tied. Corner kick. Clippers trying to send it on net, but no one there. Johnson will regroup with it. Noel Simmons. Noel Simmons trying to fire an odd angle shot. Graham will scoop it up, though. Graham with the punt all the way out to the 45-yard line. Ferreira sends it back in for Walsh. Or should be for Turmel. Pass picked off, though, by the Clippers once again. Pope, if you're Pope, you've got to get out of your own D zone so far. We said the offensive pressure, what it comes down to is it could be too much for not just the Cardinals, but also Norwell to handle. And this could very well result in the first goal of the game. Noel Simmons trying to get it in to play there, looking for Sam Pesco. Sent it back out of play by Evan Bialis. Just under 24 to play here in the second half. Still scoreless for those of you tuning in. Every team that has made it to the Final Four so far has gone through a close game so far, whether it's been a 1-0 game, whether it's been a 2-1 game, or whether it's been an overtime or penalty kicks. Every team so far has gone through a very close game. We could very much have an overtime thriller on our hands tonight. Again, still plenty of time here for both teams to get on the board. Orszlak sends, I believe that was Ryan Johnson down on the play. So it'll be a corner kick. It'll be a corner kick for Joe Sprang. Sprang looking to get a redirection in front of the net. They score! It was a redirection in front of the net by Norwell. And they have the opening goal of the game. Cardinals that have played oh so well so far. 22:46 remaining in regulation. The opening goal of the game goes to Norwell. And that has silenced the crowd here at Pope Francis. Still certainly plenty of time to play here. But Pope down 1-0 here. 22 remaining in regulation. Number 9 Norwell strikes first. If you're Pope now, it's all offense. You've got no worries. You're already down 1-0. Norwell looking to extend it to a 2-0 lead. Max Graham that has played so good tonight. It was a redirection in front of the net. Nobody able to pick him up. Nothing Graham could have done there. And Norwell finds themselves up 1-0. 17-14 into the game. Norwell with the opening goal. Davis looking upfield for Vito. No one there, though. Orszlak sends the ball up. I believe that was for Bialis. Instead, the Clippers will work their way back. Orszlak shoves, I believe that was Gavin Blake off the ball there. Graham will resettle with it now, though. Ferreira with it. With the goal kick, it'll be Ferreira. Under 22 to play. If you're Pope now, you're prioritizing offense. There's no defense at this point. You've played mainly the last 5 minutes on defense. And we said it. the continuation of defense is what's going to cost you in this game. If you have a lack of ozone presence, it's going to cost you big time, and it just did for the Cardinals. Down 1-0 now, season on the line. Could the number one team go down, or will they come back here? Down 1-0, 21-20 remaining in the opening or in the final half of play. Ferreira taken down in the play, and he could be hurt. Graham over to help Andrew Ferreira, but Ferreira could be down on the play as he's back up on his feet. A good sight to see here if you're a Pope fan. As we thought it was Ferreira down on the play. He got up, but he's back down on the field. 20:53 remaining in the second half. Norwell strikes first here in the Elite Eight. Ferreira with the punt well over halfway field. Grandmont unable to get the header into the O-zone for Pope. Fitzgerald sends it up. Back for Trammell. Clippers looking to regroup with it now. Trying to double down and make it 2-0. Sam Pesca looking for a far side pass for Gavin Blake. Cardinals looking to resettle with it. Pass again picked off by Norwell. Pope in a little bit of a scramble here. Graham all the way out to play it. I believe Norwell could get a penalty kick here if they are not careful. Excuse me, it might be an indirect kick, or a free kick rather here. So Norwell with a golden opportunity to go up 2-0. 20 minutes remaining in the second half. Save made by Max Graham. Coming up big for the Cardinals. Under 20 to play in the second half of regulation. Headed into the zone by Vito. Diaz with it now. Along the far side of the field, it's Graham. Graham on his horse. Sends a man down the play. Chris Blake flat onto the field. It's all hard here now from Pope. They want it bad. But will it be too little, too late is the question. Under 20 to play in the second half. Pope looking for their opening goal of the game to keep their season alive. Trammell with it now. Trammell looking to pick off the pass there. Fitzgerald sends it in for Vito. Vito with it, taken down the play there. Cardinals looking for a call. They won't get it. Evan Bialis tries to pick off the pass there. Pass blocked by Orzelak. Spinorama out of the zone there by Norwell. So I believe they will get possession here. Things starting to get heated here between the 1 and 9 seed Cardinals and Clippers. Joe Sprang will take it for Norwell. Back for Chris Blake. Vito and Davis putting pressure on McKenna. They're starting to put two on the goaltender to try to make him come up with the ball and hopefully capitalize on the mistake. Let's go Pope, the chant here from the student section at Pope Francis. Ferreira will take the kick at the 35-yard line. Well into the Pope O-zone. Pass sent out of bounds by Norwell. Orzelak will take the throw in. Orzelak looking upfield. Pass sent well back out of play. That could hit the camera up top. I did not hear the ball come down, so that may have hit the camera up top. I believe that hit the fence and bounced down onto the track. Close call there for the audience at home, as they almost got a ball, as the ball almost hit the camera there. Ball sent out of play there. Pope looking to come back in this game. 1-0 Norwell leads. At time of the goal was scored at 17-14. But Norwell would open the scoring. Pope looking for an answer. Vito trying to center the pass up in front. No one there. I believe that was Walsh whiffed on the shot there. Ball sent back out of play by Norwell. But it's been all offense by Pope so far. This is what you want if you're the Cardinals. An easy, like a 5-7 minute O-zone rush. Grandmont with it now. Trying to keep it into the Pope O-zone. A 5-7 minute offensive rush here. That's what cost the Cardinals to give up the opening goal of the game. And it could be the only goal of the game if Pope Francis does not capitalize soon enough. Pass picked off by Graham, though. Graham looks upfield. He'll try to go with it now, but instead it's sent back out. Or at least we thought it was going to get sent back out. This pass is picked off by Owen Turmel. Clippers will resettle with it now. 16 minutes remaining in the second half. 1-0 Norwell leads. Do or die here if you're Pope Francis. Season on the line. Down by a goal. Gavin Blake trying to dance into the Pope O-zone. He does. Taking down the play finally. Pope will not get the call there. So they dodge a bullet there. Vito putting the pressure on. Again taking down the play is Ronan Coffey. With 15:30 remaining in the second half. Just about 15 minutes remaining in the second half. Indirect kick along the far side. Norwell looking to get a deflection in front. Ball was skied over the net, though. Max Graham will take it. Or, excuse me. Yes, Graham will take it for the Cardinals. A little miscommunication there. Timeout taken by the Cardinals. So we'll step aside here. 14:51 remaining in the second half. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. $14:51 remaining in the second half here. Graham with the goal kick all the way out to center field. Clippers trying to resettle within their own zone. If you're Pope Francis, you got to keep doing what you've been doing. O-zone pressure on the Clippers. Eventually, they will be forced to make a mistake sooner or later. Fitzgerald trying to break up the play there. Vito will pressure on the ball there. Diaz. McKenna will send it upfield. Back for Sam Pesco. Pesco for Davis. Davis tried to pick off the pass there. A long-distance shot. Graham will come all the way out to save it. So easy save made by him. 14 minutes remaining here in the second half. Norwell trying to keep it into the Pope zone. Proved useless so far. Bialis, or excuse me, that was Orzlak laying the body there for the Cardinals. Graham trying to keep it into the Pope O zone. He does. Long distance pass there. Norwell thought they had the call there, but instead it'll be sent back out. So Pope Francis with a golden score, or a golden opportunity to get it into the zone and get pressure on. Again, the search for an undefeated season is still en route. Can it be the Cardinals coming back from the ashes like Phoenix is coming up from the ashes, down 1-0. Long distance shot sent out back out by Norwell. Davis will regroup with it now. Orzlak will step in. Ball kept back in, a play by Nick Diaz. Diaz with a good effort there. Davis trying to spin around into the front. Grandmont with it now, though. Clippers still struggling to get out of their own zone as they'll clear it upfield. It's Gavin Blake with it now for the Clippers with a double deflection sent back down on the play, arguing a call. 12:52 remaining in the second half. Pope has played well so far. A little miscommunication there. As Trammell will take the kick now. 12:52 remaining in the second half. Pope, good O-zone time they've had so far. Fortunately, nothing has been able to get by senior goaltender Nolan McKenna. 12:52 remaining in regulation. Vito missed the header there. Gets it the second time. Diaz still with it, trying to dance inside. Diaz sends the pass off over for Braden Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, long distance shot sent just wide of the net there. McKenna will take the goal kick. 12:28 remaining in the second half. Cardinals, the time is ticking down slowly. Season on the line here. Down 1-0. Walsh trying to keep it in play there, but instead it'll be sent out of bounds. So Sam Pesco will take it in for the Clippers now. Orzlak sends a man down on the play. Orzlak still with it now. Trying to keep it out of the Pope zone. Trying to keep it out of the Pope D zone. As he has done a good job of that tonight. Ronan Coffey trying to center it. Max Graham all the way out to save it. Graham signaling everyone to go up front. And if you're Pope, he's playing it right. It's all offense from now on. Graham with the good punt all the way out to the 40-yard line in the Pope O zone. Clippers easily work it back. Pass upfield looking for Sam Graham. Graham almost with the takeaway there for Pope. Evan Bialis trying to get the pass centered out in front. Clippers still trying to work their way inside the zone. Pass picked off there by the Clippers, though. It's Ryan Johnson looking to get them their second goal of the game. Pass off, whiffed on by Sam Pesco. Shot sent right through the uprights. Above Max Graham. But a good opportunity there for the Clippers to go up 2-0. 1-0 the score still. Clippers up by 1. Pope looking for their first goal of the game. Pope has never trailed, let alone this long, but the hope of an undefeated season on the line right now. Matt Walsh will send it in for Vito. Vito back for Walsh. Walsh will work it back for Orzlak. Orzlak looks back for Owen Trammell. Trammell back for Orzlak. Slide tackle there It's kept. We thought it was sent out of play. I believe it was Orszlak who noticed it went out of play, but play will continue. Vito looking upfield. Vito pressured on there. Vito still with it now, trying to cut to the middle of the field. Vito trying to sneak his way inside. Pass off back over for Dias. Dias trying to shake and bake on long side. Far side shot. Save made by McKenna. Under 10 to play here in the second half. Pope Francis, it's do or die for them here. Under 10. Season on the line. 1-0 they trail with 9:30 remaining here in the second half. Dias trying to force McKenna to cough up the ball there. Clippers still trying to keep it into the Popo defensive zone as they do a good job so far. Johnson looking for the man trailing. No one there, though, as Orszlak sends out of play. Orszlak giving a little shove there to the Clippers as he's about done with their offense that they've had so far tonight. $8:50 remaining in the second half. Pope down by a goal. Dying moments of the game so far. 8 minutes to play. If you're Pope, you're going to need a big offensive rush here this last 8 minutes. Orszlak sent down the play, looking for a call, but it will be Pope possession. Orszlak looks upfield, trying to find Vito, but no one's there. Ball sent back upfield by Turmel. Clippers still trying to pick off the pass. There's Gavin Blake for the Clippers. Fitzgerald looking upfield. He's got Sam Graham going far side. Graham with it, trying to stay with the ball. Fire off a short side shot. Graham blocks the pass that tried to get out of the zone there. Graham still with it. Sends the man down on the play, but Clippers will just send it out of harm's way. Ball sent in by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back for Turmel. Turmel back for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald trying to shake and bake this way and that. Centering the feed off for Dias. Dias, the header, almost got into the net there, but it's sent just wide. 7:40 remaining in the second half now. Cardinals all offense now. No defense. Season on the line, as we've said before. Ticket to the Final Four also on the line. Will the undefeated season continue for Pope, or will it end here in the Elite Eight? Those of you just tuning in, number 9 Norwell leading the number 1 Cardinals, 1-0. A redirection in front of Max Graham from a corner kick would give the Clippers their first goal of the game. And right now it has been the only goal. Ball ruled in favor of Norwell, so they will take it back their way. Under 7 to play in the second half. Season on the line for the Cardinals. Gavin Blake for the Clippers. Gives the lead pass off for Johnson. Johnson working his way upfield, leaves it for Sam Pesco. Pesco centering feed off for Luca Raffini. Feeney's shot there, sent back out of play. Orszlak will send it out of bounds. Corner kick coming here for the, a throw in for the Clippers. 6:30 remaining in the second half. Do or die for the Cardinals. Season on the line. Will they remain undefeated, or will they go home throw in by the Cardinals. Sent back out of play by Nick Dias. 6 minutes remaining in the second half. I believe we will be on official time with 5 minutes remaining in the second half. Clippers will take it back now. $5:50 remaining in the second half. Do or die for Pope Francis. Vito with it now. Vito along the close side trying to get the centering pass. Picked off by Norwell. Graham all the way out to play it. 5:30 in the second half. Time winding down here. Cardinals in need of a goal to tie this game up. Vito with the pass all the way out. McKenna will scoop it up easily. As we are about to be on officials time here. We have a player down on the field for the Clippers. So again, winner to the Final Four against Dayton Rebuth. And that game will be set for next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. at Weymouth High School. We have a player down in the field now, so we'll step aside here. Cardinals down 1-0. Do or die for them. 5:17 remaining. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. McKenna will take the throw out or the goal kick for the Clippers.
She's not going to resume the clock.
5:10 remaining in the second half. About to be on official time here soon. Clippers still trying to work their way into the Pope zone, D zone. Gavin Blake, 5-minute timer is on. We are on official time. Norwell with a shot sent well over the net there. 5 minutes remaining in the second half. Pope trailing 1-0. Undefeated season on the line here for the Cardinals. Again, we will play officials time right now. We have a timer going up here in the box. So right now about 4:30 remaining in the second half. Again, that will be not including the additional time by the referees. Ball sent back in play. Clippers trying to center the feed. Johnson looking inside. Pass sent off there. Graham sprawling save to keep it 1-0. He has certainly fought well and hard for this Cardinals team. As they trail 1-0. 4 minutes about remaining in regulation. Again, after that, we will be on the official clock, depending on how long they add to the game. Corner kick sent out of play by the Cardinals. Looking to regroup with it now. Gavin Blake shaking and baking into the middle of the zone there. Cardinals unable to do anything. Shot far side sent right through the uprights of the goal, or excuse me, of the field goal. Just about 3:20 remaining in regulation. Graham will take the goal kick. Season on the line here. Dying moments of the game. Orzelak looking upfield. Finds Diaz. Diaz unable to handle the ball there. Norwell will send it out. Could be Gavin Blake on a clean breakaway. Blake on a partial break, possibly. Trying to shake and bake into the zone. Just really kill the clock here. 2:50 remaining in regulation. Pope down by a goal. Do or die for them. Take it to the Final Four on the line. Could the number 1 seed fall in the round of 8 is the question here. Ball sent along the far side for Norwell. It's about 2:30 in regulation. Davis trying to shake and bake, keep it in the own zone. Ball sent back from Max Graham. Graham sends it upfield looking for Vito. Vito pushed out of the way there. Vito will still take it now. I believe the official will rule in favor of the Cardinals. Or excuse me, rather in favor of Norwell. nearing the 2-minute mark in regulation. Ball at the halfway mark. Undefeated season, as we said, on the line for Pope. Sam Pesco will take it for Norwell. Trying to center it out in front. Pass sent back out. Gavin Blake will resettle with it. Pass picked off by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has to work upfield fast. Looking for Sam Graham. Pass again picked off, though, by Ronan Coffey. Sent down on the play there. Official will rule in favor of Norwell. Minute 30 in regulation. Pope in do or die moments. Here, this is what we live for on Pope Prep. A minute 20 now in regulation, not excluding any time that the referee may add to the game. One nothing Norwell leads. Coming in on the final minute of regulation. Sent down on the play is Norwell there. Norwell just diving at anything. Under a minute to play here in regulation. Unsure if the official would add any time at all or not. Norwell looking to kill the clock here. Up 1-0. It would be a big upset here for the Cardinals. 45 seconds remaining. Cardinals looking to get it out of their own zone. Unable to do so. Norwell still with the ball in the Pope D zone. Pope's got to get it out soon. 35 seconds remaining in regulation. After this, we will be on official time if they decide to add any more or end the game so far. 25 seconds of what could be Pope's final game of the season. Pope trying to keep it upfield. 15 seconds now. Clock winding down here. We will be on officials time in just about a couple minutes here. 8 seconds remaining. What could be the last rush of the game here for the Cardinals. 3, 2, and 1. And we are done with regulation, so the officials have added time. As we are approaching extra minutes now for the Cardinals. Do or die. We'll keep it going minute by minute. But right now we are in an extra minute of play so far. Cardinals will take it now. Cardinals could have an extra 5 minutes. They could have an extra 30 seconds. We're unsure. Vito with the header out. Norwell looking to just kill the clock. Sends it up well out of play. And with that, regulation ends. Down goes number 1. The Cardinals left in shock as they fall to the number 9 Norwell Clippers. A heartbreaking moment here for Pope Francis. Down goes number 1 by a score of 1-0. Pope with an amazing season, arguably the best. Unfortunately, Norwell would want it more tonight, and they would win this game by a score of 1-0. So going into the Final Four will be the Norwell Clippers. The end of the fall season comes to an end with a 1-0 loss to the Clippers. So Norwell is set to take on Dayton Reboth at Weymouth High School Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pope Francis upset here in the round of 8. Final score 1-0. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the Cardinal postgame. We'll break down what we saw in this game and what we look to see in the winter season. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Cardinal postgame here with Dom Percy. An unfortunate loss, certainly, for the Cardinals. Number 9, Norwell, moves on. Down goes number 1. An amazing season they had so far. Undefeated all the way up to this point. Western Mass champs. An 18-1-3 record now. We thank you all that have tuned in and watched the game. But just like that, the fall season comes to an end. Congratulations to the boys and the girls for making it as far as they did. To the round of 8, both teams. Unfortunately, they would fall to Norwell both times in back-to-back years. Certainly an unfortunate loss for all the seniors on Pope Francis's team. But, I mean, what a season they had. I mean, let's go over some of the positives. We said it was Western Mass champs. Up to this point, 18-0-3. I mean, they really had an amazing season up to this point. And this was 100% a game. It was a hard-fought loss, certainly. It was not a game that it was a bad goal that went in. Both teams fought long and hard here tonight. Unfortunately, Norwell would want it more. Final score of the game, 1-0 here at Pope Francis. Again, a heartbreaking loss for the boys and girls soccer teams. 2 years in a row coming to Norwell, and Norwell coming here. They have suffered defeat both times. So coming up on our agenda, the first boys hockey game will be January 2nd. We'll more than likely bring you the broadcast for that game. I believe it is set for a Thursday night at 6:40. Unsure of when the first basketball for boys and girls will be. We will also look to bring you a couple of girls hockey games. So that's what the winter season will look like. Again, as an announcer playing both hockey and announcing hockey, it will be a little difficult, certainly. We have definitely thought of the idea of recording and then announcing the games afterwards, which we might do, just to give all the hockey fans out there a brief rundown of what it might look like. But an unfortunate loss here for the Cardinals. 1-0. Number 9, Norwell, moves on. Down goes number 1. So the seeds in here in the tournament now would be the number 2, number 3, number 9, and number 12 seed. Again, an unfortunate loss for the Cardinals. Certainly one that'll be on our mind for the rest of the week. Dom Percy, the voice of the Cardinals, signing off, saying so long from Springfield. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in, and have a nice night.